Number 15, The Miz, who then him
and also my pyro is fire.
Oh.
Why is there so much fire in my graphics? You know what I mean? Am I identified with fire? I guess my arrows are flaming for some reason. Maybe the hot tub is that hot that it's out full of flames, not just mist or steam.
Yeah. So number 15, The Miz comes out, who then The Miz and Morrison get eliminated because Bad Bunny comes out to distract them. They get eliminated by Damian Priest, and then Bad Bunny gets in and does a dive out onto them. And apparently this is carrying over to Raw tonight.
Oh boy. And then don't you think, Jack, for a second that I'm going to miss an opportunity to take a shot at Pat McAfee. But look at Bad Bunny. He can also jump off of something tall onto other people waiting for him.
Yeah.
It's not that special. And you're not that special, Pat McAfee.
Yeah. Let's see. Riddle comes in afterwards. Daniel Bryan then comes in afterwards, which
Riddle and Bryan have a really cool exchange.
Yeah, and the commentary team played it up because they were like, "Oh, they're trying to see who's more technical out of the two."
Mm-hmm.
So I really like that.
I'm all about Riddle's want to do the what are they calling the Lions Den?
Fight pit.
I like Riddle like going, "Hey, can I get a fight pit, please?" You know, Bobby Lashley and Matt Riddle in a fight pit. Let's use that more.
Yeah.
They're talking about Timothy Thatcher is undefeated in a fight pit. Yes, all one of them that they've done. He sure is.
And then next after Daniel Bryan, Kane.
Breaks my heart, Jack. It utterly and shatters my heart, Jack. Jack, who's that legend that you hold so dear?
That's a bit tough.
You know, think about it while I talk to you about just my relationship with Kane. I am a Kane stan before the word stan was a word that you kids use. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the year 2000, he was unstoppable. And in 2001, the man just ran through everybody and everything. And like The Undertaker, just when you thought they had run everything out of that poor guy that they can get out of him, he takes his mask off, reinvents himself, is a monster. You know what I mean? Intercontinental champ, heavyweight champ, even if it was for a day, hardcore champ, the Kane, the music, the fire. You didn't ask questions, Jack. You weren't like, why does this guy have fire all around? You know why, Jack? Because he was scarred as a child. He had a backstory. He had character.
Yeah.
And he comes out, Jack, now, and he's his own grandfather in that stupid half mask that's more brown than red. Why has he still got the fake hair and the beer belly? Goodness gracious. Makes Chris Jericho look like his younger self. But he's out there just to clinch his record of most Royal Rumble appearances than anyone else.
Yeah, and I think to clinch his eliminations, because he eliminates Ziggler and Ricochet.
Yes. They weren't the prettiest.
Yeah.
Neither is he. Jack, what happens to my boy, my man, Kane?
He stares down Damian Priest. And if it wasn't enough for Damian Priest to annoy you with standing face to face with Kane and later eliminate Kane, he looks at Kane and does his little bow and arrow thing.
Looks a man dead in the eyes, with all of the sincerity of the world, without saying a word. He says, "This is my world now, old man," and he pulls back the invisible bow and releases the imaginary arrow. Unbelievable. You know what Kane used to do, Jack? Kane used to raise his arms to the sky and pull them down with enough force to summon fire from the ring posts. He made the arena's lights glow red with his music.
Yeah.
I knew what was going to happen.
And then also to mention, he hugged it out with Bryan.
That was a sweet moment. Yes, it's true.
Yeah, but so Priest throws out Kane. And,
Goodness gracious.
And to make it even worse, number 19, King Corbin comes out. And it wouldn't be all too bad except for the fact you realize I think Corbin's had this gimmick since like 2019 almost.
God, you're right. Yeah, we could definitely move on past this. I guess like he's doomed until the next King of the Ring tournament.
Yeah. After him, Otis comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Then Dominic Mysterio comes out. And
yep.
It's weird. Nakamura gets eliminated by Corbin, who then gets eliminated by Mysterio, which is really weird. But then out next, Bobby Lashley comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And he eliminates... I forgot. Mysterio also eliminates... Wait, no. Oh, I forgot to mention Corbin eliminated Otis. That's right. But Mysterio gets eliminated by Lashley. And then...
Lashley goes on a bit of a tear. He's got 3.
Yeah, he gets 3 eliminations. He eliminates Mysterio. He eliminates Damian Priest. And...
My man, give me a Hurt Business t-shirt.
Who else does he eliminate? Oh. He eliminates Hurricane Helms, who comes out next.
That's right.
And that's only because Hurricane Helms decides he wants to try and chokeslam Big E and Bobby Lashley.
Funny. LOL, OMG, remember when he tried to do more than he physically can.
Yeah, and then Lashley gets eliminated by Big E, Bryan Riddle, and number 24, Christian.
That was the most surprising entrant of the night for me.
Yeah. Well, Ricardo was actually watching, I believe, and he sent me a message as soon as Christian came out. He goes, "Are we in 2011?"
Wow, how funny. I was messaging Mr. Ortega, counselor buddy. I don't know if you know. Jack definitely knows.
Yeah.
I mean, Mac definitely knows. And he said, keep me updated. I went to go get food. I said, number 24 is too big a surprise for me to spoil in a text message.
Yeah. And so I was like, wow, let's go. Last year it was Edge. This year it was Christian.
And we have them both right now. They're in the Rumble together.
Yeah. And they hug it out, too, at one point. It was, like, really good to see. Then Styles comes out after Christian. And that's when Christian comes in, they eliminate Lashley.
Yep.
Mysterio comes in. And... Hold on. Oh, Big E gets pulled out by Omos.
Which was incredible.
Yeah, that was crazy. And then
Omos literally pulls Big E out of the ring. It's, again, audio podcast. It's impossible to truly paint the picture we all witness. But Omos is standing at ringside. And he pulled a man from inside the ring. He pulled him outside. He made it look so effortless. But a man that was inside a ring was now outside the ring because of this mammoth man.
Yeah. And then Mysterio comes in and he's later eliminated by Omos as well.
Mm-hmm.
Sheamus comes in at 27. Mm-hmm. Cesaro comes in at 28. And when I saw this, I was like, oh, maybe Cesaro might win it. That's a good position.
That's true.
29. Rollins returns and I hear the music and I see it. And then the moment I see it stops, I thought for a second I was about to hear "Burn It Down."
Interesting. Yeah.
But
I don't think they have the rights to that song anymore, which is real frustrating.
Yeah. But he still returns. He's still the Messiah. And he gets in the ring. And surprisingly, he actually has interaction with Riddle when it seems like the two of them, or at least Rollins didn't want anything to do with Riddle, but I guess he's moved on now.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 30.
No one wants anything to do with Riddle.
Number 30, Braun Strowman.
Which I'm not going to lie, I was let down by.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a surprise. He was on Friday. And I kind of forgot, I guess the last man would be Braun. We haven't seen him yet.
Yeah. It was, I felt disappointed by two. Again, too high of expectations.
So now, Jack, we've got all the men who are going to enter the Rumble. Who do you think was going to win?
So I was like, okay. Could be Cesaro. Could be Bryan. I didn't really think Edge just because I was like, it's number one, and I guess they can do it, to add more people to the list just so,
after almost eliminated Big E and Rey Mysterio in such fantastic fashion, I almost thought AJ could also win a Rumble.
Yeah. But I was like, man, it could. To me, I mainly just thought, let it be Bryan. Let it be Cesaro, one of the two, even though, yes, they could go on and create feuds. But, I was like, you know what? Do Bryan and Reigns, like, normally no Rumble? I was like, no one's left to challenge Drew? Let Cesaro win and say, hey, Drew, why don't I go after your title since Reigns is busy with Bryan?
Yeah.
And let him go after
Nakamura was very... it was a very lackluster elimination, but he could have done the same thing. He could have jumped ship, challenged Drew, just said, hey, I can hit real hard. How hard can you get hit? Let's go. Yeah.
Or, Cesaro saying, I can go for a while. How long can you go for? And maybe set up, for Mania, if you need to fill time. Hey, how about Cesaro,
but we're in a position where I definitely don't want Rollins or Strowman. Or, I even thought, heck, let's go Sheamus. Sheamus Drew, why not?
Yeah. But so then it was like, it really hurt me to see Bryan gets thrown out by Rollins. Cesaro was thrown out by Strowman.
Yeah, he was.
It was like AJ gets thrown out by Strowman.
Strowman, he's going to throw AJ out. He tries once and almost catches him, puts him back in the ring. Strowman goes to throw him out again, but throws him out at a side of the ring where Omos is not. That's some. I don't know if he's a babyface, but I like the logic.
Yeah. I'm trying to see who was next after that, but I'm not seeing who got eliminated.
We're definitely left with what?
Riddle gets eliminated by Rollins.
Edge and Christian.
Edge and Christian eliminate Strowman.
Mm-hmm.
And then, who is 27? Christian gets eliminated by Rollins. Rollins by Edge. And you think Edge has won it, but then Orton returns.
Orton with that ankle shows up with... Does he RKO out of nowhere, or does he just go for it?
I think he RKOs him, and then he tries to pick him up and throw him out, I think.
Uh-huh.
And then that's when Edge turns it around, throws out Orton for the win from number one. And it's funny because Edge didn't get any eliminations up until that last point. He got Orton last, he got Rollins last, and he got Strowman.
Yeah.
So it's like he got his 3 eliminations at the very end.
Yeah, I mean, I would go for periods of the time forgetting that Edge was in the match.
Yeah.
There you go, your 2021 Royal Rumble winner. And the person to challenge one of our champions is the Hall of Famer himself, the Rated R Superstar, Edge.
Yeah. And so with about 1:20 left, we'll kind of close it there, Overall, satisfied with Royal Rumble. Women's one was better, though, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, they went with an ending I did not see coming. I can't fault them for that.
Mm-hmm.
I was shook.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jack, for having me. Always a pleasure talking the graps with you.
And I would say we'll see you next time for TakeOver. Well, I don't know what it's going to be called, but we'll see you then for that point. So we thank you all for joining us. I've been Jack, joined by my fellow guest,
Mr. Solis.
And we thank you for joining us for another episode of the Rule 34 podcast. Remember, the door is always open for anyone who wants to join. And remember, if it exists, we have an opinion on it. We thank you all for joining, and we'll see you in the next episode.